Hello, everyone. This is the training video for the HSA for all examiners and proctors. The objective of this video is to pretty much just show the examiner how to be comfortable with the actual HSA administration. So there's two things that we're going to begin with. There's two views I want you to be focused on. That is the student's view as well as the examiner's view. Okay, and so as the examiner's view, as a student's view, student's going to come into your room. You're going to seat them down. You're going to hand them some materials, which I'll show you in a moment. But they're going to log into their computers. They're going to log into their computers, and then they are going to, with the universal password, I'm going to give all examiners, so everyone has the same username and password to get into their computer. And then you're gonna, once they get in, they're gonna go to Internet Explorer, not Chrome, Internet Explorer, and they're going to go to the PGCPS website and click on Students. Once they click on Students, all of the testing icons are here for their use, but they're going to use the HSA, since this is the HSA assessment test. Gonna click on the HSA. Now, I just did something that I showed you that this may happen for those who are using Chrome. And so that's why it's important that we use Internet Explorer. So let's use Internet Explorer, shall we? Let's do that. All right, so we're in Internet Explorer. Let's see if I can do the same thing. All right, let's do it this way. Okay, we're gonna get me back on track. All right, here we go. All right, so now we're here at Internet Explorer. Let's go back to the PGCPS website. Here we go. All right, and from here, go to Students, HSA icon, and now the students, now you have access. Now the students are waiting for you for the information. So I'm going to hand all of you two things particularly. So students are ready, they're here. Let me back up and say two things. So we're in Internet Explorer, and there should be no glitches in terms of pop-ups or Java. However, if there is an issue with the students able to log in, it could be because there's a pop-up blocker on. So what I'm going to ask you to do is real simply, or I will also assist you with this, is if you go to the right-hand corner here where you see the these settings or preferences, you click on that and you go down to Internet Options. On Internet Options, your box will pop up, and at the top menu, you want to hit Privacy. And when you hit Privacy, you go right down where it says pop-up blocker. If it's checked in, that means it's on, obviously. You click it, that means it's off, so you will not have a problem with pop-up blocker, and now the student can access the test appropriately. Now, we're going to go to Pearson Access next. See if I can get that. There we go. So that was the student's view. Now it's your view. You are the examiner, and Pearson has sent those examiners their username and passwords to access the actual administration. Everyone that does not have it, haven't sent it to everybody. I've pretty much done those who are chosen as examiners and proctors have received it for the HSA, but most of you will be getting it for the park that's to come. Just to let you know that the park and the HSA has the same platform. So what I'm showing you for HSA is identical to park in terms of how to monitor it and how to find the test. All right. Here you are at your Pearson Access Next. You sign in. Once you sign in, you put in your information, and that is usually your PGCPS information. And the password. Okay, now you're in. All right, once you're in, this is what you're going to see. A lot of information here, but the main thing is your sessions and your students. Your sessions and your students, okay? So here you are with your sessions where it says testing. You're going to click on the drop-down arrow and click on where it says sessions. All right, now your next objective is to find the session. All right, there are many ways to do it, but I'm going to show you the most simple way. Instead of trying to click in the box and finding it, because sometimes it doesn't work, you can go to the right, all the way to the right here where it says search, the search little button there, click on a little drop-down arrow and hit show all sessions, and there they are. So these are the sessions for the HSA. You're going to click on your session, the one based on your group, whether it's government, biology, group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4. Let's do this one here. All right, you click in a little box down there, and now that you found your session, now you're going to find your students. You go to the top right-hand side here, where you see sessions here at the top, where it says go to students. That's what you're going to click on. All right, when you come here, you may not see much, but it's here. Okay, you want to find your students. Your students are not here yet in the bottom. But if you go to the right-hand side, now that you've already chosen your session, you click on it, and voila, there's your monitoring menu, and there's your students at the bottom. So this real quickly, what you need to know about this, I'm going to hand you two things. I'm going to hand you your these student testing tickets that you're going to give them. So when a student sits down, they get to test nav, you're going to hand them their testing tickets. At that point, you're going to take out your manual. I don't know if I have it here. Do I have it here available? I don't know. Yep. Take out the manual. Let's see if I can find it. Manual here, and go to page 51. Let's see if it'll find it for me. Come on, my friend. Let's see if it'll do it for me. Maybe not. All right, so it won't do it. But you're going to go to your manual, page 51, and you're going to read the script. Section 7 is how to administer the online testing. Whether you are the government or biology, it is section 7. I believe 50, definitely 50 for a government. Okay, hand a student their testing tickets, read your session. I'm sorry, read your script rather. Once you read the script, the students are now ready to take the test. Next, you're going to hand, let's go back, you're going to hand, where am I at? Come on, you're going to go back, you're going to hand the student the next thing that I'm going to give you. You're not going to hand it to them, I take it back. You're going to actually write this on the board. There are seal codes here. So there are 4 sections to the test, for the government test, and each section has a seal code. Okay, once you've read your script, you're going to write the seal code, first seal code on the board, and then let the students begin the test. Then you're going to time them. I believe it's for 35 minutes. You're going to use your timer or use your watch, your clock, or the timers that I send everybody. And you test them for that period of time. Obviously, the extended time gets longer, time and a half or longer as necessary. Once you finish that section as a group, you now put your second seal code on. And then you move forward through the test, okay? You go through this for please do not give students all the seal codes at the same time. We want to do it together, give them as the group finishes their session, okay? Once the test is complete, once we're going through this process, you're now going to monitor what the students are doing. You see this button here, the menu button is green. It is going to be red, meaning that the test has started. I'm going to start that test in red already for tomorrow's and Thursday's administration. For future, you can start it. Once you start it and the students have used the seal code, their status here at the bottom now, which is gray, is going to turn green. And it's going to stay green throughout the entire administration unless some things happen. So let's say the computer shut off or for something happened. That means that they will be immediately exited and it will turn red. You just get me, the STC, and I will lock the student back in. But I will show you in future how to resume a test. It's really simple, not hard at all. And the student will restart the test, not from the beginning, but where they left off at. Once all of the seal codes, all the tests is done, and you've given all the seal codes out, and you're reading your menu, I keep saying menu, you're reading your script, you go to the end of that test, they tell you how to help the student exit the test properly, and then Once they've exited properly, the status will then turn blue. If by some chance the student did not exit properly and they left and went to lunch and you don't see them and it stays red, please let me know. I will exit the test for them properly as long as they've completed all of the questions. Please be reminded of two things. Number one, of the testing environment, no electronic devices. They can't have cell phones, their earphones, anything of that for this administration. That the cell phones are prohibited. Please have them keep in their lockers or make sure they're put away somewhere. If they're seen out in hand, that test is immediately stopped and voided, and that student will not be allowed to take that test until the next administration, and that test will be considered void. If there's disruption in the room and misbehavior, that student will have to leave. Zero tolerance. Follow the school protocol. That student will leave, and that student will not test that particular day. It'll be up to administration if they want to have them do it on makeup day or the next administration, but zero tolerance during our test time. Okay? So you are the examiner or proctor. You are the examiner. The proctor is helping out. You're the examiner. This is how you monitor your student tests. And once they're all blue and they're done, you can log out, they can log out, and you are done. Okay? If you have any questions, please see me, the STC. Thank you, and I'll see you at our next broadcast.